It's the Texas weather discussion video for Monday, the 19th of February. I'm Donovan Neal. Potential for some big rainfall throughout this week, though we could see some thunderstorms today and tomorrow, some of which could turn marginally severe. And we'll talk more about that, and hopefully we'll be able to answer all of your questions here. Let's take a look at our upper air pattern. Very robust pattern. We have troughing in the northeastern part, and we have ridging in the Atlantic. And when those two try to fight, that creates a funnel of moisture where clouds and rain begin to develop. And most of Texas is really receiving some of that. We're mostly cloudy. We may see some breaks within the sun, but not as much. And any breaks we see within the sun will only help fuel the threat for some storms later on this evening. Let's take a look at the radar this afternoon. Of course, most communities continue to remain dry in North Texas, especially around the DFW metro area, but we'll see some of that activity increase during the evening hours, and we'll have some of that increase during the overnight hours. And temperatures this afternoon, obviously we're in the mid to upper 70s. Very mild afternoon. Feels much like a muggy spring day across the nation. Most of the cold air stays to the north of us, and with this upper air pattern that we have, most of that cold air will continue to stay to the north of us. But a cold front comes through by Wednesday, and that could drop temperatures down to the mid 40s, and we'll talk more about that. Watch warning map. Most of the warnings and watches confined to the north, where we have winter weather advisories and warnings to the north of us. Down here we remain quiet for now. In terms of severe weather, this doesn't look like much. We have a marginal risk for severe storms for parts of North Texas. This does include the DFW metro area, but not all locations. Like, for example, Dallas proper is not included in this warning. Some not included in this warning, and this marginal risk extends from southwest Texas, extending up towards southern Kansas. And some of these storms this evening into the overnight hours could produce some damaging winds, some large hail, maybe one or two isolated tornadoes. But other than that, it won't be a widespread event. So a few isolated storms have the potential to produce that. But as we go to tomorrow, no severe weather is expected for tomorrow or Wednesday. We'll definitely have to deal with the threat for heavy rain, but no organized severe weather is expected. Average rainfall for the next 7 days. In between of the fighting air masses, this is the result. Very torrential rainfall for parts of our region into the lower Ohio Valley, into the Great Lakes states. And down here, where we're in the bullseye, rain amounts here in North Texas could exceed an excess up to 7 to 8 inches of rain for most spots, but most of the rain will be confined to the northeast portion of the state. But we still could see some torrential rainfalls, and flash flooding will become a concern here. With those torrential rainfalls, we have the Weather Prediction Center has outlined a moderate risk for flash flooding here in North Texas. And obviously, most of the rain will come Tuesday and Wednesday throughout the day, with widespread heavy rain and thunderstorms expected throughout the day. But we'll talk more about this. So let's take a look at the modeling here. Here's the GFS. This is the 12Z run, valid tomorrow afternoon at noon. Now take a look at this highly amplified pattern here. We have a highly amplified ridging in the Atlantic, and we have a highly amplified trough in the west, and as a result, very torrential rainfall is expected to this after this highly some torrential rainfall is expected during the overnight hours into the pre-dawn hours and most of the day Tuesday and Wednesday. So let's take a look at the HRRR model at 6 o'clock this evening, and you can see most communities stay dry, though rain generally stays to the east of DFW, and by Tuesday at midnight, you can see scattered showers and storms continue to move through here. Some of those storms could actually be severe, with potential for producing some severe hail. With the current instability values that we have at around midnight of around 2,000 joules per kilogram, some of those storms could turn marginally severe, producing some damaging wind gusts, large hail, and maybe one or two tornadoes. It's not likely, but still possible. And during the pre-dawn hours on Tuesday, the morning commute on Tuesday will be a very wet one. So be prepared to take it slow on the roads and grab the umbrellas as well as you head out towards the bus stop on Tuesday. And for most of the day on Tuesday, periodic rain for most of the day on Tuesday. Won't necessarily rain all day, but of course definitely rain at times. And if it does rain, of course some of it could be heavy rain, some torrential rainfall, which may produce flash flooding in some areas. Now, as we go to Wednesday, Wednesday morning, it could be another wet Wednesday morning. As we just do have a few scattered showers, mainly to the southeast of us, but it still could be very well be a very wet commute as you head out on Wednesday. And during the day, and as we progress through the day on Wednesday during the afternoon evening hours, we turn even wetter with the commute back from work and school looks to be another very wet one with a torrential rainfall expected. Luckily, in terms of freezing rain that you see to the west of us, luckily will be to the east of the freezing line, so freezing rain is not really expected at all. But I do think we'll still be in the mid to upper 40s for highs on Wednesday, and really Wednesday evening. We continue to stay dry with temperatures dropping to the upper 30s. And could we see some freezing rain? Let's take a look at the temperature anomalies coming off the GFS. You can see most of the cold air really stays to the east of the immediate DFW metro area, and I do think as a result, most of the freezing rain will stay just to the west of us. As a result, I think heavy rain will only be our main concern here. And by Thursday afternoon, we're still raining with scattered showers and thunderstorms. Highs should be in the upper 40s, and really don't expect much sunshine this week. We'll have a chance of rain almost every day, with some of that turning into heavy rain at times. And let's keep going here. This is Friday. Of course, we still deal with the threat for widespread scattered showers and storms. Obviously, it won't rain all day, but certainly rain at times. And Saturday, as the weekend begins next weekend, we could still deal with the surface front coming through from the west, and of course that will bring more chances of scattered showers and storms. And Sunday could actually be a dry day, with most of that rain clearing out of here by Sunday afternoon. Now here's a week from today. Monday, February the Monday, February. Here's a week from today, Monday the next Monday of next week. We have the pattern really weakens here. We have a trough that's beginning to split and weaken to the west of us, and we still have the ridge, but not as strong. And down here, that looks like as a result of the splitting pattern, we forecast dry conditions with highs mostly in the upper 60s. Let's take a look at the 10-day. Let's take a look at the end of the 10-day forecast period. This is Thursday, the first day of March, also known as the first day of meteorological spring. We have ridging really just to the east of us, and we have a big trough in the west, and down here that looks dry for now. But we do issue a word of caution here. Going into the month of March that winter is far from over, and we still could see some very cold shots occur during the early and mid portions of March. And with that in mind, if that were to occur, then that means the probability of severe weather will increase alongside that. So just for you guys to be aware that winter is far from over, and we're approaching, and the beginning of March marks our spring tornado season. So just know that March is far from over and storm season is about to come. But you can see for the numbers for our medium range, today, Monday, is our only mild day, and then after that on Tuesday we trend a little cooler with highs only reaching the low 70s. And after that, a cold front comes through. By Wednesday, we should be in the 40s, and after that, for the beginning of March, we stay seasonably average. That's it for the Texas weather discussion video for today. I'll remember notes in the blog. We should be back on normal schedule tomorrow, so the next video here should be posted at around 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. If you can, catch your local TV stations on the air at 4, 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of the evening, and Godspeed.